Imagine this. It's midnight on a remote Pacific island. The air is heavy with silence, until it erupts. A wave of soldiers, screaming with everything they have, charges at you. They know they're going to die, and they don't care. The US Army had the weapons to stop them, but they couldn't stop the horror of Banzai attack. Why? What made these moments so tragic and unforgettable? The Banzai charge was more than a military tactic. It was a desperate, human act born out of a cultural belief system that didn't allow for surrender. For Japanese soldiers, the shame of being captured was worse than death. To die fighting, even in a hopeless battle, was considered the only honorable choice. Now imagine the scene. Hundreds of soldiers, knowing they have no chance of survival, rush forward. They don't slow down when their comrades fall. They scream, they fight, and they throw themselves into gunfire. For the US soldiers, this wasn't just a battle. It was a nightmare. How do you prepare to kill someone who's already made peace with dying? But here's where it gets even more tragic. These attacks weren't always about glory or honor. Many of these soldiers were starving, out of ammunition, and abandoned on islands with no hope of reinforcement. The Banzai charge was often a commander's final, desperate order. A way to avoid surrender when there was no chance of survival. It wasn't bravery, it was a death sentence. For the Americans, the aftermath was haunting. After the chaos, they would walk through battlefields littered with bodies. Young men who had charged into certain death, not because they wanted to, but because they believed they had no other choice. The Banzai attacks revealed something deeply unsettling about war. They weren't just battles, they were tragedies. They showed how far human beings can be pushed by honor, duty, and desperation. They forced everyone involved to confront the brutality of war and the cost of loyalty taken to its extreme. Was the Banzai charge an act of heroism, or a heartbreaking example of how war can destroy humanity on both sides? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to follow for more stories that show the real face of history.